Okay, hi everyone. So let's talk about hypothalamus in this video and its nuclei. So this entire area corresponds to hypothalamus, and above here would be our thalamus. ठीक है? Now the hypothalamus later dips down into pituitary, base pituitary, and we know that few hormones are secreted in the hypothalamus. It is secreted over there, but then it enters your pituitary and it is stored over here. ठीक है? So let's begin with those hormones. Now the first nuclei is your paraventricular nucleus that secretes oxytocin. Now how to remember? See, paraventricular, now ventricular related to movement or spasm and stuff. So oxytocin, which causes the uterine movements. Then supraoptic nucleus secretes ADH, which is basically antidiuretic hormone. Right? Okay, then next comes your posterior and anterior nucleus. See, the anterior nucleus of the hypothalamus, which is this, and the posterior one is this. See, anterior causes anterior AC. So anterior causes cooling of our body. So if anterior का lesion हो जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? Hypothermia, because no more cooling happens. So it leads to, because now no more cooling happens and it's leading to hyperthermia. Okay, it causes cooling by what mechanisms? By sweating, by vasodilatation, and by thirst. So these are all the mechanisms that causes cooling. Okay, next comes your posterior nucleus. Now the posterior nucleus causes heating of the body और इट इंक्रीजेज द टेम्परेचर. तो अगर लीजन हो जाएगा पोस्टीरियर न्यूक्लियस का, लेट्स से लीजन हो गया तो क्या होगा? हाइपोस्टीरियर हाइपोथर्मिया डिक्रीज इन द बॉडी टेम्परेचर बाय कॉजिंग शिवरिंग, राइट, वेजोकंस्ट्रिक्शन एंड इंक्रीज्ड यूरिनेशन. ठीक है, और अगर उसका लीजन हो जाएगा तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा? हाइपोथर्मिया. राइट. Okay, now 4 nucleus we've discussed: paraventricular nucleus, supraoptic nucleus, paraventricular, supraoptic, and then anterior nucleus, and then posterior nucleus. Further moving forward, then comes your ventromedial nucleus, right? Ventromedial nucleus causes satiety, right? It's a satiety center. इसी तरह ventromedial है तो हमारे पास होता है एक lateral, the lateral nucleus. Now lateral nucleus, ल से lateral तो ल से लालच आ गया मतलब it increases the eating, hunger and everything, and also it's the site for thirst. ठीक है, okay. Next comes our suprachiasmatic nucleus. It's above the optic chiasma, therefore suprachiasmatic, and the mechanism of action, basically the function. I've written mechanism of action over here. By that I mean the function of suprachiasmatic nucleus is to maintain the circadian rhythm of our body. What do you understand by the circadian rhythm? The sleep and wake cycle according to the clock. ठीक है, उसके बाद okay, the preoptic nucleus, how to remember? You're always preoccupied with sexual stuff. So preoptic nucleus, GnRH, which is gonadotropin releasing hormone, and sexual and reproductive well-being. That was a pun, preoccupied with sex, so that you guys remember it. gonadotropin releasing hormone, sexual and reproductive well-being. ठीक है, अच्छा अब जल्दी से एनाटॉमी कर लेते हैं 2 सेकेंड में. See, this is anterior commissure, lamina terminalis, then comes your optic chiasma, and then comes your infundibular stalk, which leads further into pituitary, the anterior and the posterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary में क्या आ रही है? पैरावेंट्रिकुलर और सुप्राऑप्टिक न्यूक्लियस के सिक्रीशंस आते हैं, यहाँ स्टोर होते हैं और फिर यहाँ से रिलीज होते हैं. ठीक है, और फिर पीछे की तरफ जाएंगे तो यू विल हैव मैमलरी बॉडी विच इज़ इन्वॉल्व इन द पैपिस सर्किट. ठीक है, ओके. Let's just see over here also, clear हो जाएगा थोड़ा सा. See, this is your corpus callosum. Corpus callosum के ऊपर आता है cingulum. Next comes over here is your fornix, which is the body of fornix, and then it continues into, ends into mammillary body. ठीक है? All right. And this one is your thalamus.